The girl was begging on the street when she noticed a photo on the wall of the CEO's house. It looked exactly like her mother. Curious, she reached out to touch it, but the photo suddenly fell to the ground. Seeing the picture of the woman he loved shattered, the furious CEO ordered his men to throw the girl out before she could explain. 6 years earlier, the CEO and the woman were ambushed. To protect him, the woman forced herself to separate from him and lured the attackers away. To pay for her mother's illness, the little girl worked tirelessly from a young age. A kind boss once gave her his last $500 and some food his wife had cooked. The girl was thrilled, saying she could finally save enough for the treatment. But suddenly her mother coughed blood and collapsed. Terrified, the girl rushed her to the hospital. There she learned her mother had leukemia and the medical costs would be hundreds of thousands. She handed over all the money she had earned, but it was not even enough for the hospital admission. Desperate, she called her uncle for help, but he only insulted her. With no options left, she knelt in front of the doctors, begging them to save her mother. The doctors were touched, but they could not break hospital rules. They reminded her that a local philanthropist would soon visit the hospital. She could try asking him for help. So in the pouring rain, she held up a sign and stopped the CEO's car, begging him to save her mother. When he heard her ask for $500,000, the CEO did not believe her. He told her to go home and prepared to leave with his assistant. But then the girl broke down in tears. For some reason, she reminded him of his daughter. Moved, he agreed to help and brought her home for the night. But she accidentally wandered into the room he had preserved for the woman. There she saw the portrait that looked just like her mother. Curious, she reached out and broke the frame by accident. The noise drew the CEO. Finding her in that room, he grew furious and scolded her. Before she could explain, he ordered her to be thrown out. At that moment, a jade pendant fell from her clothes. Though angry, he still gave her a check for $500,000. At the hospital, just as the girl arrived with the money, her mother's brother barged in. Seeing the check, he tricked her, saying he would handle the admission. But when he tried to take the check, the woman fought desperately to stop him. Meanwhile, a servant handed the jade pendant found in the CEO's house back to him. He instantly recognized it as the gift he had once given the woman, and realized only the girl could have dropped it. Then his phone rang with a report. Investigators confirmed the woman had borne him a child 6 years ago, and she was now critically ill in the hospital. Recalling the girl crying in the rain begging him to save her mother, the CEO suddenly understood. She was most likely his own daughter. He rushed to the hospital. At that moment in the ward, the uncle tore the check in rage. Losing the money, he picked up a chair to strike them. Just as the blow was about to fall, the CEO arrived in time.